right here by Tyke Smith. I mean, he just goes right through him, and C.J. Stroud, he's sitting there thinking we've got this picked up, and bam.
Tyke played slot. Last year they moved him to safety before the draft. He played some in college, and boy did he bring it on that 3rd and 2. Beautiful punt by Townsend. And it checks out of bounds inside the 10. Well done by each team. 3 punts since on first down. Irving got 2. Second down and 8 coming up. There are the numbers. First 4 drives. 8. Hand off to Irving. Good blocking on the right side of this offensive line, and then the legs of Bucky Irving just driving for what looked to be enough for a first down.
Oh, it's a nice job offensively. The Houston Texans showing a 2-deep shell, and the Buccaneers were in 2 tight ends, and so hand the ball off to Bucky Irving. You know, you've got a favorable matchup in the run game, and then he's able to make the first down just handing it off to him.
Irving on the handoff, able to cross the 20 as we send it down to Lisa.
Having him back just makes him feel like he can play so much more freely.
Yeah, Lisa, he's had a couple of big plays in this game. Sheldon Rankins. Here's Baker Mayfield, just able to get rid of it with C.J. Gardner-Johnson tripping him.
The pass is incomplete. It's 3rd down.
And Mayfield avoided the sack to bring up 3rd down and 8.
Well, they bring the slot blitz, and it forces Baker then out of the pocket because they off of play action. They thought they were going to get the one-on-one. C.J. Gardner-Johnson comes from here, and they think they've got a chance for a big play down the field, but yet they're just not able to shore it up.
Third down and 8. Anderson got a great jump off the line of scrimmage, and the pass broken up, and Stingley won that battle. Mike Evans the target, and Stingley was right there.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about earlier in this game, is the advantage that Houston has. So they bring pressure, and now you got one-on-one, but you've got a corner who's able to come up and just get locked up right in the face of Mike Evans. And you see just great eye discipline on Stingley's part. Here's the pressure that's coming. Baker knows he can't hold the football very long, but typically when you play against teams, they don't have corners like Stingley, and it's a little bit of Russian roulette for a defense to play that kind of game.
Dixon just got it away, with Noel getting brought down immediately. That was Izzian. And Christian Izzian downfield covering the punt to perfection.
It's not enough for D'Amico Ryans either.
Here's Marks. Off the edge, McCullum crashes down to make the tackle, a gain of 3.
So you turn around a program like D'Amico Ryans has since he got here, and there's a lot to feel good about. There's a look at Cal McNair, the owner. And they have high expectations, and they talked about it last year when they lost to Kansas City. And so the pressure only gets greater, and it's good. It's good for the city. It's good for the organization. And this team is capable of doing it, and like I said, that's why week 1 is always overemphasized, a tough opener for them. But this is a big game tonight.
Stroud's in trouble. Diaby chasing him. Now Hall, and C.J. Stroud just has to get rid of it. Yaya Diaby got through, and then Logan Hall, the 2nd-round pick, who played collegiately here in Houston. Couldn't get there, but forced the throw, and it's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, and Levante David, he comes off the edge as well when he sees it, and he's able to get him moving a little bit in that pocket, and that's kind of what Tampa's had to do in order to get pressure on C.J. Stroud. They've kind of had to create it and manufacture it a little bit.
Don't want to shortchange Greg Gaines, who came up the middle, getting more playing time now with Kalijah Cansey out with a pec injury. It's 3rd and 7. Pressure and a sack, Levante David. And the rookie Elijah Roberts was in there as well. It's 4th down, and the crowd booing here in Houston.
Well, they put Servassier, Dennis, and Levante David then in the A-gaps, and they're trying to create single blocking, and you don't know which one's coming. And Levante David looks like he's going to drop into coverage. They expect him to, and then here he comes, right up the gut. And he's got a clean shot.
For Levante David playing in his 200th career game. That's number 3 on the all-time Bucs list. Townsend hits it again. He's been busy. Cam Johnson waiting for it. And Cameron backpedaling is just able to get it to the 21. On the Bucs all-time list, 2 Hall of Famers in front of David. Rondé Barber, Derek Brooks. And in career game number 200, Levante David and a rookie, Elijah Roberts, make a play. Bucs ball get to the NFL, and that was an interview they conducted 10 years ago. And here he is, the National Football League, as what a throw. Mike Evans on a perfect throw from Baker Mayfield working against Stingley, and you just can't drop it in any better than that.
No, and Mike Evans able to get a little bit of separation. Wasn't a whole lot to his release. He just takes off the line of scrimmage, but he's able to create at least a little bit of separation from Derek Stingley, and the ball's just thrown before Stingley can even get his head turned around.
Tampa Bay's longest play of the game. Just their 5th first down over their last 5 possessions as this one drifts out of bounds for Evans, and heavy pressure by Jalen Petrie, who was coming on a blitz, something he does very well.
Yes, he does. He's a very physical player. They try to get him in coverage if they can. He can struggle at times there, but I'm a big fan of what he's able to do, and he comes completely unblocked at the top of the screen. And Mayfield wasn't accounting for him and had nowhere to go with the football.
Rashad White comes into the ball game. They hand it to him. Able to break loose. Got past the line of scrimmage and ducks out of bounds with a first down. Nice run by Rashad White and a good 1-2 punch for the Bucs at running back with Bucky Irving and White, who just Buccaneers now over 100 rushing yards in the game. As they hand to White. What a run. Are you kidding? He got almost 10. Might have gotten 10.
He gets stronger as the game goes along, and you see here in the third quarter the way that he finishes this run here. I mean, he gets up in there, and you're going to see the contact, and he gets a few more yards after that.
Zangin in short. They pick it up, and White just keeps rumbling down near the 20. He's down. C.J. Gardner Johnson missed a tackle, and Alshire is down. So they'll check on him. We'll take a break. The ground game is working for Tampa Bay in this one. Up 4. And that's the difference in the ball game here of late.
Yeah, Josh Grizzard, as I said, first time to call plays last week. He's figuring this thing out. You got Bucky Irving down in the backfield, and he's running the ball the way he is. Just keep feeding it to him.
They've had Irving and White. White is back in there, and why not? They go to him, and this time Houston stuffs it. Well, just to put numbers in, and right now they're up over 100 yards in the game compared to 52 for Houston.
There's old Josh Grizzard, who you said from Lizard Lick, North Carolina. You know they're all tuned in watching tonight.
On 2nd down and 9, Mayfield. Ibuka can't get to it.
Well, we saw Ibuka getting wrapped on the sidelines just a few moments ago, and he's trying to get to the middle of the field, and I don't know if it's hindering him in any way at all, but didn't look like he got there quite as quickly. It's a pretty tight wrap that he has. You see the double move. He's just not able to quite get across.
And there he is getting wrapped earlier in this second half. They're already without Chris Godwin and Jalen McMillan. 3rd down and 9. Mayfield, end zone. Evans, spinning try, incomplete. And Will Anderson Anderson had pressure on Baker Mayfield, forced that throw. It's 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tight throw, and there's just no real estate along the sidelines. You see as Evans comes off the ball, he runs straight to the sidelines. Stingley's got eyes on the ball, and boy, there's just, plus with Bullock coming over the top, there's just nowhere for Mayfield to feel comfortable throwing that football to give him a chance.
38-yard try by McLaughlin. First attempt of the night, and hits the upright. He missed one in Atlanta and now misses the second field. Who's just sick about it over on the sideline. Houston still down by just 4 as they hand, and Chubb, one of his better runs of the game, gets 7. Leading rusher for Houston is C.J. Stroud.
Hey, that was close. That was close by Nick Chubb. They haven't had a whole lot to show for the run game, but if he's able to get through that initial line and it was close, he's got a chance to get a big play. But that's a good way to start it.
118. What's that?
7 carries, 18 yards. Chubb able to pick up the blitzer for a moment, and the pass is incomplete. 3rd and 3 coming up, and a flag is down in the secondary.
Illegal contact. Defense number 21. It's a 5-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
Rookie Benjamin Morrison, 2nd-round pick from Notre Dame.
Yeah, definitely contact. Nico Collins, they're going to have the one-on-one look that C.J. Stroud was hoping for, and he gets a hold of him there, and then again when he's trying to kind of work back into it, you see the flag come out. But he didn't get a chance to play last week with the hamstring, but a guy they're going to be dependent on as they move through this season.
On 1st down, this one is caught by the tight end. Schultz makes a nice move and got 10. Depends on where they put it down. They put it right at midfield, which is right at 1st down yardage. And that'll end the quarter. They're going to move it back a half yard. It'll be 2nd down and less than 1 when we start the 4th. So we had the missed field goal by McLaughlin's.